Cast your mind back to October 2017 when this little Kickstarter appeared. Hell Let Loose, created by Black Matter. Now, you must know the story of Hell Let Loose, where it got purchased by Team 17, and Team 17 took it over, and it's not really gone so well. But what happened with Black Matter? I mean, for me, I was always going to keep an eye on Black Matter and what they were going to do next. Well, in case you didn't know, Black Matter kind of shut down, I think. I'm really not sure on the complete specifics of it, but whatever happened, what was formed afterwards was a company called Good Fun Corp. And from what I understand, it basically is the people from Black Matter, but it's just a new company, but I don't know why. But they have announced their new game, and if you were thinking it was going to be another like war-based shooter, you're wrong. It's something quite different. Welcome to Hunger.
Liberty, equality, fraternity, or death. The last, much the easiest to bestow. We knew that before the bacterium emptied the towns and cities. Before the herds were driven into the water, and houses burned so hot that the stone melted. Before the old order died. And now, you have come. And do you bring with you a new order? Or do you too possess the same gluttony that led to the end? I suspect we shall soon find out.
So what is Hunger? Well, it's a PvPvE first-person horror extraction shooter and slasher with RPG elements. Yes, it's an extraction shooter, and I know what you're thinking. There's a lot of extraction shooters coming out, and I mean, yeah, there is. I mean, we're recently or just about to get Delta Force, which is going to have an extraction shooter element to it, an Arena Breakout Infinite, I think it's called, and probably some more. And they're like modern based games, but Hunger is trying to set itself apart from those while being set in a Napoleonic Europe in the aftermath of what they're calling the Bacterium, which I think is going to be like sort of like the Black Death kind of thing. It's like a plague that's going to sweep over Europe, wreck loads of people, but then have some sort of possible supernatural elements of it where monsters and stuff have come about. So information is quite light on this game because it was announced just yesterday, but there will be this sort of neutral area that you start in the game called the Chateau, and this area is going to have quest givers, shopkeepers, stash keepers, bounty hunters, other living, which is what people are being called that actually survived this big plague. And when you complete quests, you will build reputation with your shopkeepers and stuff like that, which will get you access to new locations, abilities, characters, weapons, gear, and resources. So it's gonna kind of work like almost like a traditional Tarkov style extraction shooter. Now, what is mentioned is that in this game you won't be creating a character, you'll be choosing from a pool of heroes, and I think these will be preset, pre-configured like hero characters. I don't think it's gonna be something like in Hunt Showdown where you'll just recruit, say, like a random person. It'll be more like recruiting one of the legendary hunters, but each hunter will be given their own backstory, and you will level them from 1 to 100, and along the way of leveling them up, you will choose your like abilities and skills from mastery trees. And this could be from, you know, extra combat abilities, stealth, or skills that help to like revive people and stuff like that. And these character builds will, or this is what it's saying, will have quite a big impact on how your characters play. They've said that when you really go down the stealth tree and put loads of like ability points or whatever you get when you actually unlock these like traits or what they're called, is that it'll be more like playing one of the older Thief games. So it could be quite different and interesting, building like really different like specialized characters to play with. What they're saying is they're trying to really put quite a big emphasis on developing your character throughout your like gameplay experience, throughout the extraction experience. Instead of just getting better gear, it's more about trying to build your character with like gear that matches that character's playstyle that you've configured based on the traits that you've chosen. Basically, they're trying to make it more RPG-like instead of just get loot, right? And of course, yeah, there is going to be different weapons in the game. You're going to have different rifles, pistols, and explosives that you can use, and of course, melee weapons as well. With the game being set in the 1800s, the weapons you're going to use are like historically accurate weapons based on the time period, but because the world's in a bit of a different state, you're going to have like more experimental jury-rigged weapons, right? They're saying there's going to be semi-automatics and automatics in the game. Now, I hope with these automatics that they're not like really fast firing automatics. I'm hoping you really won't get something that will fire faster than the Xiao Xiao. I think that's how you pronounce it. The French machine gun that was used in World War One. I think that's quite a slow firing automatic one. So I hope we don't get anything faster than that, because I think that could be quite a bit too like powerful in this game. These developers, their first game that they made, Hell Let Loose, the gunplay in that is really damn good. So they're saying they've learned a lot from creating Hell Let Loose, so they're going to be using that experience to make the gunplay even better. But a big difference between like other extraction shooters and this game is the melee system. So it's not just going to be, say, something like Hunt Showdown where you have a light attack and a heavy attack. They're going to have a full melee combat system inspired by Chivalry and Mordhau. Now, to me, that sounds like really damn awesome, because now you can probably build like a character going down like a full melee route. Maybe you can unlock some melee based skills. I don't know, I'm just theorizing there. But melee and having a good melee combat system, it just feels like so damn satisfying. I mean, playing Chivalry 2, I did put quite a bit of time into that. Got some videos on the channel, and that's really fun to play. And that sort of active defense system where you need to sort of look at the enemy's weapon or the direction that swing's coming from to get a good parry, it's so good. And I hope the melee system works really well in Hunger. But like, how are they going to balance it in a game where people are going to be running around with different pistols, rifles, and semi-automatics and fully automatic weapons? How are they going to balance it? That's the big thing there. Like, I don't know if they'll put shields in, like bulletproof shields. I don't know. That sounds a bit off to me. But I don't think they would put like a lot of thought into a melee system if they couldn't balance it well with ranged. But for me, I think ranged, they need to make it so a headshot is an insta-kill. If they don't do that, then that's just way off to me. And then how do you balance that versus melee? It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Now, I believe you choose like what map to play on, like in like a traditional extraction shooter like Tarkov, right? And you do have quests to complete in these missions. There are sort of secret areas to find and mini bosses to fight where you'll be able to get some good loot. Apparently, the sort of standard enemies can also drop loot. Or, you can just go around looking for players to kill. Now, I'm really looking forward to this because, it's created by really Black Matter, or what was Black Matter, the creators of Hell Let Loose. And Hell Let Loose, while it's not doing too great in my opinion under Team 17, while it is still a good game, what created it and made it a good game were these developers that are now making Hunger. Now, if I can get any more information about this game, I'm going to let you guys know. If I can get my hands on it and talk about my experience playing the game and show you what I've played then of course I'm going to do that. So if you're interested in this game, I think if you play something like Hunt Showdown, this game is probably right down your alley. It seems like it's Hunt Showdown, but more, like greatly expanded. So yeah, give this video a like if you liked it. Let me know what you think about the game down in the comments below, and subscribe for more.